Okay, I'm going to hit the record. Good morning, everybody. This is Charlie LeMay, and I'm there with Gary Ikovenko. And together we are replacing Linda Morris this morning, and we're going to bring you some good information about our great Nikken products. We decided this morning that maybe we should talk about two products that are very dear to our hearts. Can you see my screen?
Yes, there it is, Charlie.
Okay. So what we're going to talk about is two products that we love. And if you look at the island there, you can see that he is nice and comfortable on that island. He has his green Zymes with him, which is a food that we're going to talk about. And the little bottle on the side there, we call that Nikken water. So as long as you have these two products, you can literally live on the island for however long. So together we're going to talk about different products. And the first product we're going to talk about is, let me just bring this up here, is the water. Okay, so Gary's going to start off and he's going to talk to us about our water system and how great our water is.
Thanks, Charlie. This is Gary Ikovenko. I'm a gold Nikken distributor here in the great state of Maine. And it's great working with Charlie LeMay up there in Montreal. So we got the northern or eastern part of North America covered here. Again, we're going to talk about two of our favorite products. I'm going to start out talking about water because water is one of the basics in life. In fact, I would refer to it as a essential nutrient. Given that we're 70 to maybe our brain being about 80% water, water is critical to us. So given that, and because there's such an explosion of bottled water, et cetera, we want to talk about Pymeg water. So if you can just flip to the next slide, Charlie.
Certainly.
We're filling in for Linda Morris, who's on assignment. So she'll be back with us in the next week or two. But today we've got Charlie and myself. And by the way, thanks to Charlie for being the engineer here. So on to our next slide. We're going to talk about alkaline water and why it's a basic support for good health. And basic there in terms of the double meaning in that water needing to be alkaline. So can you get us to that heart-shaped water image?
You were just there. Okay. There you go. Are you seeing that?
Not yet. We're still with the island guy.
Okay. Well, should be there.
Well, if not, I'll just carry on here. So Nikken's Pymeg water is really much more than just filtered water. It's advanced filtration. That's a big part of it. But that's just the beginning piece. The other parts are the minerals, the Pi minerals, the enhanced alkalinity that produces the Pi water. So just as a basic chemistry discussion, the body, an ideal body is at a pH. If pH is neutral, is like 7, a healthy body is about 7.2. And so we're now talking about drinking alkaline water, and that alkaline water has a pH of in excess of 8 on the scale. So
do we see it now?
Yes, thanks, Charlie. So what's the advantage of alkaline water? Well, it's all about good health and that keeping our physiology in balance. And a typical modern diet includes a lot of foods that we eat that produces an acidic body. And what we want to be doing is drinking slightly alkaline water that will then counteract the negative influences of the acidic environment. I think of an athlete. We all hear of athletes out running, and then they get an excessive acidic buildup of lactic acid. Well, here's a way of counteracting that. So we all need water. A healthy guideline in drinking water is that it's great if we can drink about half our body weight in water. So if I weigh 200 pounds, that means I should be drinking half my body weight, which is would be 100. So it'd be 100 ounces of water. So I like to think of it that I need to be drinking about 6 pints of water per day. And like anything, we want it to be spread out throughout the day. So my goal is to get through the day, certainly starting the day with a glass of water or two, but then continuing that throughout the day. On to the next page, Charlie.
Just while we're doing that, I just wanted to mention the fact that this water and the alkaline, one of the reasons that we're talking about it, has actually changed my life. I had a very acidic stomach, and throughout the time I could not eat the food that I wanted or do the things that I wanted, and this water and the green Zymes we're going to talk about next actually changed my life, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So is the other screen up?
Not yet. We're still on the heart. We want to go to where the
yes, I'm just wondering why it's not ringing, because it's up on mine here. It's up on mine here.
Okay. Well, one of my one of the experts on reverse aging, in fact, he has the book called Reverse Aging. He talks about how it's important that we eat in moderation in terms of a balanced diet, and that we drink alkaline water as a way of cleansing and taking care of the acidic wastes in our body. And just a little more information regarding the chemistry of this. Free radicals in our body. Thanks, Charlie. That's what I wanted. So you'll see there, the second one down is from Sang Wang. He's the author of Reverse Aging. And then even, not to be confused with our Brody Craney, but a Dr. Barodi talks about the benefits of alkaline water. But that last piece here is that there are free radicals, and the free radicals have a positively charged ion. If we are drinking ionized water, it has the opposite. It has a negatively charged ion. And what that does is it balances out the body. So it's all about detoxing our body and doing it in a natural way. So the free radicals, again, are a normal byproduct of our metabolic function. And what we want to do is drink the alkaline water because it has the antioxidant properties. And again, it's about doing things in moderation. Glass of water, having it alkaline. It's just not only is it purified, but it has, I refer to it as an essential nutrient. Charlie, if we can go to take a look at the waterfall, because here's the important piece about it. If you can go to that next slide.
It's up on mine. I'm just wondering why it's not showing on yours.
Oh,
maybe something.
It's stuck at the border.
Yeah. Now I gotta keep doing.
So the Nikken product I'm talking about is the Nikken waterfall, and when that comes up on the screen, you'll get an image of it. But here's something that retails for $256. So that's what the price of it is. And if you compare that with anything of a bottled water, it's just it's really pennies. So thanks, Charlie. Here's some information on the Nikken waterfall. It sits on your countertop. It's about the filtration. We've got the certification in terms of what it takes care of. It takes the water from acidic to, moves it to alkaline. It sits on the countertop. There's no electricity used. I think one way of thinking of it, it's not nice to electrocute our water. So there's some other water products on the market that sell for in excess of $2,000 to almost $5,000. So here's just a great product. Take your tap water, pour it in about 20 minutes. You've got tap water that's just really great tasting. Anybody have a testimonial they'd like to share regarding the Nikken water?
I can go ahead and share mine.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Jill, were you going to share something?
There we go. Okay.
Yes.
So I think I suffer with candida, and I had spots all over my upper torso, and then sometimes it goes to my back. And we had, as soon as I got on the PyMag water, the spots started disappearing. So then they were 50% gone. And then now they're almost all gone. And I'm completely amazed by this. The only thing I did was added the water and vitamin D, and I'm good to go.
Great.
I have to change my diet. I'm supposed to change my diet, but that's very difficult.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Jill. Thanks. So in addition to the waterfall, we also have a water bottle, and that's portable. Of course, it has the same properties, does the same thing to the water. But the great thing is that anywhere you go, you can just add tap water to it, and there you have this great Nikken PyMag water. If we do a cost comparison, this water bottle costs $50, and you get uses roughly over 3 months with one filter. That's provided you refill it twice a day. So again, it's very cost effective. And if you look at what people are spending on bottled water, the other day I was at Whole Foods and took a look at one of their waters and took the price of that and put it at a per gallon. It came out to over $20 per gallon of water. Here we have the PyMag water. It comes out to, it's really pennies on the gallon in terms of a price comparison. So anyway, that's one of my favorite products. Just a comment about it is that I have a family member who had moved to a new area, and immediately his body was covered with some sort of a rash. He went to the doctor, and the doctor gave him some medication that took care of it. And then we installed the Nikken PyMag shower system. And by showering in that system, all of those rashes on the outside of his body went away. So we've got the water for us to drink, and we've got the Nikken PyMag shower system. So given that our skin is our largest organ, this is a way of not only drinking the water, but bathing in it. So it's just great technology, and it's just so very accessible. So back to you, Charlie. Let's talk about our next favorite product.
Okay, well, thank you very much for doing that. Our next favorite product is the barley grass green Zymes. And I guess you don't see it up on yours.
Not yet.
Wow. Well,
looking for that bright green.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have to share it back up and get the picture, and why it's not coming right up, I don't know. But anyway, we'll just do what we have to do and do our technology here. And barley grass
We got it now.
Barley grass is a great product. And I'm going to share with you some of the research that we did with that. But this is a product that was brought to market by a well-known Japanese doctor. His name is Dr. Hagiwara. And on the YouTube, if you Google Dr. Agiwara, you will see some great interviews with him, and he talks about the benefits of barley greens and what it does to your body, etc. I wanted to just talk about what it did for me. Is when I was traveling and a lot, I had a very acidic stomach, and I could not get rid of it. I could not do anything to get rid of that acidity. And I was drinking bottled water thinking that it was helping me. But after that, I got to find out that the bottled water is actually acidic. So every time I was drinking the bottled water, I was like putting fuel on the fire. And the more I drank that water, the more acidic my body was, and the more it hurt. I used to go to sleep at night with burning charcoals in my stomach. It hurt so much. So once I started on the bottled water, that relieved it considerably. And after that, I got to find out that this product, Barley Green, sets up your whole system for alkaline. So after I combined the two, it actually changed my life completely. The spicy food that I couldn't eat before, I now enjoy in abundance. The going on trips, etc., I was always afraid of what I was going to eat, etc. Now I eat anything, everything. I enjoy my coffee, my wine, and everything. So barley grass, as it states here, is a growing friend. I just read what it says up here, and you'll get an idea. A report published in the latest issue of Herbal Gram, a quarterly journal from a nonprofit American Botanical Council, announced that sales of dietary supplements are on the rise, with a total essential figure just over $50 billion. Sales of herbal nutritional products in the U.S. increased by almost 5% in 2008 and 9. In the mainstream market channel, the increase topped 14%, the largest in recent memory, according to ABC founder and executive director, Mr. Blumenthal. More than ever, people are beginning to understand the importance of lifestyle choices in determining their overall wellness, with natural health solutions emerging as a top priority. So you can see from there that even the health food people are looking at the increase in barley grass and how people are getting to understand what it does and how it does it, etc. So I now have another screen up here, which we cannot see until I find out. It was working very well before. So we'll see if we can do it another way.
Charlie, if I can just insert my comment, I take it regularly, or daily, I should say, and I often just take it dry. I put it, I take a teaspoon, and I place the powder under my tongue, and I just sort of let it absorb into the body. I just really love the taste of it. And one thing I've noticed is that maybe 2 or 3 times a year, I'll get something of a indigestion. Like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and it's like there's a tightness in my chest, something's going on. I'll get up, I'll take a teaspoon of this and maybe about an ounce or two, kind of a thicker version of this, drink it and go back to bed, and I'm fine. And so I'm not subject to taking that purple pill that a lot of folks think they have to have on a daily basis. Rather, taking this on a regular daily basis, and then when you have some indigestion issues, taking it a little bit more. It's a food. It's natural. It's organic. It's grown in the U.S. And the thing I like about it is you open up the jar. It's this bright green. It just screams of life, because it's just it's so vibrant, so healthy. And to me, it's like a salad in a
In a
glass.
glass, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Take it away.
Yes, so I as well used to take several medications, and now I'm able to reduce that, or as a matter of fact, eliminate it, to get the relief that I was needing before, just to be able to get through the day. So this is a great slide here, and it says the rule of green thumb. Finally, it should be noted that a herbal dietary supplement made with pesticides and chemical fertilizers may do more harm than good, but even organically grown herbs risk contamination from nearby fields used from commercial farming and other purposes. To eliminate this possibility, the cultivation of green Zymes barley grass was relocated to a remote place, certified organic, and far removed from developed areas. In the end, there are really no comparisons between Jade Green Zymes and many other barley grass products on the market. You may say that the unique benefit of this popularity of this formula, makes the envy of others. So what I would like to do now is I would like to um, just talk about a product. Do you see my, no, you can just see now that it's not on there. So if I take this and put it over here, maybe we'll, I just can't believe that it's doing this to me, but that's okay.
Jill, do you have a comment on the Jade Green Zymes?
Actually, I have to tell you, we just received it yesterday, and it's in, we have a little warehouse. We have to get it still. But I remember this from when I was in Nikken. Maybe they've improved it, I don't know, but I remember the green Zymes from 15 years ago, and you just reminded me about the salad in a glass. I remember saying it. It's so true. I think it kept me healthy. I used to have it every day, and I really want to go get it. I'm eager to have it in my diet every day.
Great, great.
Thank you.
And one thing to remember is to always put it into chilled or room temperature, as opposed to it's not something you'd want to heat up and put into a hot tea. But other than that, just get it in the body any way you can, liquid or powder or on a, some people even sprinkle it. I've done this, sprinkle it on a salad. So, okay, back to you, Charlie.
And it's in the manufacture, it's manufactured through a cold process, because anything that is manufactured through a warm process has a tendency to change a little bit of the molecular structure. So we look at here the 9 surprising benefits of barley grass. The health benefits of barley grass includes relief from ulcerative colitis, prevention and treatment of cancer. And these are not terms that we use at Nikken. This is something that I brought up when I did a Google search on barley. So it's the barley grass. Dr. Hagiwara, in his research, saw this. So it's not something that we talk about in Nikken. But anyways, it strengthens the immune system, cleaning and detoxifying of the body, protection from radiation and cellular damage, the ability to fight addiction and regulate damaged cells and tissues, maintains the healthy skin, acid-alkaline balance, contributes to the bone metabolism, promotes agility and exerts rejuvenating effects on the entire body. Barley grass refers to the young, soft green shoots which crop up on the barley plant. It is amongst the earliest grown sweet grass in the world and traces its history even before 5000 BC. The discoverer of barley grass promotes it as nature's best fast food, attributing to its nutrition-dense profile and multidimensional benefits, which were also the reason for its popularity amongst the ancient Greeks and Romans. So you can see from way back when, it's been a great product. I have so much that I learned from the research that we did on this, and it's incredible. Whoops, where did we go? Where did we go?
What's showing now is the Dr. Hagawaya
Okay, perfect. I didn't see that.
It
Okay.
just slipped away. We're
Yes,
back.
it'll be back. It'll be back in a second here.
Okay.
It'll be back in a second here.
And knowing that the barley grass is something that's been in recorded history for the last 5,000 years, that goes back to our beginning point of if you have great water like Pymag water and then jade green zyme, one could in fact exist on a desert island with those two Nikken technologies. So don't leave home without it.
So on this document that I prepared here on the top, you can see if we click on this, it'll bring up the information that Dr. Hagiwara talks about in it. But I just wanted to go over some of the items in here. I'd love to read this whole document or even send it to you. But what I love is what it says in the summary. An abundance of superoxide dismutase. And this here is a term that people don't understand. And we did a little research on that. And it's incredible what that does. If you have a chance, Google that and you'll see what it talks about. And this is in barley grass, makes it a wonder toxin, which protects the cellular DNA from destruction. There was even, Brody was telling us about some place that had some radiation effect, and this barley grass or the effects of barley grass help them in protecting all of our DNA. It improves the body's ability to deal with stress and keeps the cholesterol in control. I didn't realize this, and now I was taking it from time to time, and I was taking the progesterol to keep my cholesterol under control, but now I will combine this with my progesterol and see the effects I get from that. It also encourages agility among the physical and mental fitness. Barley grass is a blood builder and helps purify it. Vitamin E in barley grass contributes in regulating the hormonal imbalance, and vitamin K plays a role in maintaining the normal bone metabolism in the body. So it actually builds bones as well. The mighty enzymes and other useful components such as glutamic acid present in barley grass acts as a neutral transmitter and works against senility. And this is something that is very prevalent today. It's incredible how much dementia has increased. I tell all the people that if you take I was just reading, if you take a cholesterol lessening drug, that the research says you have a 40% better chance of getting dementia from taking the cholesterol lessening drugs. So I was amazed at that. And with myself, I suffered a stroke recently, so my mind is not fully recovered on that. So I have a tendency to forget things, and I have a tendency not to remember too well. But now that I see that this works against senility, I will be including it a lot more in my diet. Learning disorders, okay, and concentration and learning disorders. Include barley grass in your diet to experience an overall strengthening and invigorating effects on the entire body. So there's so many here. I'll just go through. It's a rejuvenating effect. It's a protection from radiation and cellular damage. It helps your immune system. It helps in detoxification. It helps in ulcerative colitis. It helps with your acid alkaline balance, and it's an antioxidant powder. So you can see the beautiful of this. What I like about the first part here is barley is a multi-nutrient rich in blood loading with vitamins such as vitamin A, vitamin B, B1, B2, B3, B6, foliate, C, vitamin E, vitamin K. It contains an abundance of electrolytes such as magnesium and phosphorus and potassium, along with other essential minerals such as zinc, iron, and calcium. Barley grass is also a rich provider of powerful antioxidants and essential amino acids and beneficial enzymes. Barley grass supplies the valuable fiber to the body that does not offer any harmful cholesterol. So that's our presentation for today. Does anybody have any other comments they would like to make, or any?
Charlie, I just want to insert that we're not making any medical claims. We are both independent wellness consultants, and the effects of taking this is just sort of a coincidence. We're not making any medical claims. So Jill, looks like you've got a comment.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys. You did a great job. And Charlie, I'm really impressed that you did this presentation, and nobody would ever know you had a stroke. So I think you're doing a great job. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
Thank
ditto,
you, Jill.
ditto. Yeah, right on. Alrighty.
All righty. So I'll stop. I'll stop the record.
Sorry.
Stop the recording right now.